We have a lot of programming around science, technology, engineering, and math. And so it was almost a no-brainer, right, that we would do something to recognize Engineering Week or E-Week. So it's something that happens across the country, and we're thrilled and excited to celebrate it here in Holyoke.
Girl Day, or what its longer name is, it's condensed, is Introduce Girl to Engineering Day, is a special day as part of Engineer Week or E-Week that celebrates, in our case, girls and gender non-conforming, gender expansive youth in STEM or science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so this is a day to kind of acknowledge and uplift the invaluable, super special contributions that women and girls make to STEM and engineering every day, and hope to inspire other generations that come after.
Not bad. Girls. Cutie patooties. That was my goddaughter. You can't, don't touch the microphones.
Not right now.
Good morning. Happy Girl Day. Welcome to the People's Palace. 100 years ago in 1925, the career paths for young women included domestic related service such as maids and servants, teaching, secretarial work, stenography and typing. It included sales and factory work, bookkeeping, clerks and dressmakers. Educational opportunities for girls and young women were extremely limited, and so were the jobs and job prospects. Now, don't get me wrong, those are all very worthy jobs. But Girl Day is a celebration and an affirmation of the progress that has been made over the past 100 years. Girls Inc. of the Valley and many other organizations are encouraging girls to explore STEM careers. Now we're talking about careers, the acronyms are for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And with this kind of an education and the confidence it instills, girls and young women can see themselves as engineers and as scientists, as innovators, supervisors, as well as bosses. And I'm very glad to have this chance to give a shout out to Girl Day and its message of equal opportunity and equal stature, equal pay. So I want you to aim high and take note that one of Holyoke's city engineer is a woman. She's going to come up and share a few words in a moment. Our city solicitor, the city solicitor is the attorney for the city of Holyoke, is a woman. The city auditor is a woman. Our purchasing officer, our building commissioner, who I think is here with us right now, I think so. To my left, our personnel director, our council on aging director, our library director, our chief assessor, our tax collector, our city clerk, all women. Our council president, in fact, is the first woman president of the council in Holyoke's history. And speaking of the city council and history, the full city council body, majority of them in city's history are now women. And I see our another councilor here, Jenny Rivera. One of the many women, and then our allies, Councilor Rivera is here. Thank you, Izzy, for coming out.
I only have girls.
Ladies, the bottom line is you write your own ticket, you make your way, and find success and satisfaction in your own individual future careers. And after you've gained these amazing skills and you've learned so much, I want you to come back to Holyoke, bring those skills here, because we need people just like you to help us build our community. I do have a proclamation that I will read shortly, but before we do that, we're gonna ask our city engineer, Victoria, one of our city engineers, to come up. Considering the STEM path here, we want her to come up. But really quickly though, I want to also acknowledge one more person, the vice chair of my school committee, who you might already be familiar with, Dr. Yadilet Rivera Colon, who is actually a scientist, and she's currently serving on our school board as the vice chair, a woman. So, Victoria, come on up.
I did not write anything down. I'm very happy to have been invited to come here and meet you all. I will say that as a young person, it is probably very difficult to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. Engineering for me is really almost not that hard, right? It's just problem solving. You could buy a brand new Lego set and it comes with the instructions and you have all the pieces. Or you can find one for, 10% of that money and it's missing a few pieces. And can you still make it work by using something else? Yes, you can. And I feel like there's a part of engineering that is empowering in giving you independence in your everyday life. I can fix my car. I don't have to wait for the tow truck. I already know, put it in neutral, push it, you know what I mean? I craft, you know what I mean? You can still do all of the things that are like fun and creative, but it's really focused on problem solving. So I say, even when it sounds maybe boring, and yes, there is math and stuff that you have to do in school, but then when you get there, you're gonna be able to do what you want, and you're gonna be able to turn that into sort of your passion and pivot as your life goes on. And so I just share that with you.
Thank you so much, Victoria. I now want to introduce to you our City Council President, Tessa Murphy-Rombolleti. And again, as I described earlier, our first appointed woman president in the City of Holyoke's history. Tessa.
Good morning, friends. How are you? I see some familiar faces. Thank you all for being here. As the mayor said, my name's Tessa Murphy-Rombolleti. I am the City Council President. So my job is to run our meetings. I try to get folks to stay on track. Sometimes I change seats. You know, when you're in school and your teacher changes your seats. That's something I've done before, but I am the first female City Council President, which I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't think about that when I was thinking about running. I didn't really realize that there hadn't been a woman in this role before. And I would be lying if I told you all that it has been a walk in the park. It has been really challenging. And not only am I a woman, but I'm young. This is only my second term on the City Council. And typically, someone in my position would have been on the City Council for like decades before they actually became the president. But I knew that there was an opportunity for some new leadership. So I took that leap and I was elected by my fellow councilors. Not everyone, and that's democracy, that's okay. But what I will say that I've learned is, you may, as a woman, you may be held to a higher standard. There are times where, I am prepping before the meetings. I'm really studying. I'm making sure I know the rules. I'm making sure that I know what might happen that night. And even as much preparation as I can do, it never exactly goes the way that I think it will. So my advice to you is, if you're thinking about, if you're the type of person who kind of feels like you want to lead, we need you. If you're the type of person who likes to work in the background, we need you. Whatever it is that gives you passion. I love Holyoke, and I have loved Holyoke forever. I'm from here. Went to Holyoke High School, went to the public schools, and I came back after college to serve my community. So I'll echo what the mayor said. We need you to come back when you're done. You don't have to go too far away to make an impact in your community. And don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and to to believe that you deserve to be in a room that you may not have been invited to years ago. I hope when you're my age, it's not as big of a deal. I hope that you're not the minority in the room. And I hope that you're surrounded by strong women, and that this is just how you were raised, to know your worth, because you do deserve to be in places like this and rooms like this. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank all the awesome department heads, the female powerhouse department heads that showed up today, and my fellow counselors, Jenny, Izzy, everyone who's here. But it's true what they say about allies as well. Find your allies, find the people who will speak up for you and use their own privilege. I'm lucky to have folks like Izzy and the mayor who understand what this struggle can be like. So I'd love to meet you all later. So thanks for being here, and on behalf of the Hoyle City Council, I'm going to give you all this proclamation declaring today Girls' Day in the city of Holyoke. Keep being amazing, and don't be afraid. If you are afraid, it means you're doing something right. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam President. And everything Tessa just described, she's absolutely correct. You know, it isn't a walk in the park, and sometimes, it feels like it's against you. I mean, I make note, right? She did say that when she got voted on to be the president of the council, yeah, she got the majority vote, but she didn't get every vote, and that's okay, because that's democracy. But understand that folks that have been appointed to be the president before were voted in unanimously. And so you wonder, right, like, what is it, or can there be those very reasons that exist that you wonder, is it a woman? We don't know for sure, whatever, but that's democracy, that's the way it played out. But you gotta keep pushing forward and keep paving the way so that each and every one of you that are here today, the world becomes a little bit better, a little bit brighter, and doors open up so that we can see more people like yourselves in positions of leadership, whether if it's the council president, hopefully the mayor. Maybe there's a mayor sitting in front of me right now. And if you're interested, let me know. I can be your campaign manager. I know some tricks and can help you out. But either way, we're a community that are here to support you. We want you to do well, no matter where you go in the world. And I just hope in my heart that you choose to come here, back home to the city of Holyoke, and contribute your skills, your talent, your knowledge. The City of Holyoke proclamation that I have in front of me currently reads, whereas engineering plays a vital role in our everyday lives, from infrastructure and transportation to technological advancements and sustainability efforts. And whereas Engineers Week is a national celebration that highlights the importance of engaging youth, particularly girls, in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, education, and careers. And whereas Girls Inc. of the Valley empowers girls to be strong, smart, and bold through hands-on learning and experiences, and encourages them to explore career paths in trades, STEM, and engineering fields. And whereas February 20, 2025, recognized as Girl Day during Engineers Week, serves as a special opportunity to inspire girls to envision and design their future through exposure to engineering principles, role models, and innovative learning environments. And whereas the City of Holyoke is committed to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion in education and workforce development, recognizing that diverse perspectives are essential to solving global challenges. And whereas Girls Inc. of the Valley's dedication to fostering interest in STEM and engineering among young girls contributes to shaping a diverse, talented, and future-ready workforce. And whereas the City of Holyoke takes pride in supporting initiatives that inspire and empower young women to achieve their full potential in traditionally underrepresented fields. Now, therefore, that I, Joshua A. Garcia, Mayor of Holyoke, do hereby proclaim February 20, 2025 as Girl Day in Holyoke, and encourage all residents to support and participate in events that celebrate and uplift girls and young women, pursuing interests and careers in engineering, STEM, and related fields.